Well, I was going to I was going to do a lot of painting with this knife. It's my largest one. I put just a few strokes on and I realized that I have trunks and branches and what have you to go around, and this knife simply doesn't fit into some of those areas. This knife might be better suited to a large sky where you can smear things around a little more. I'll give it a few more strokes, see how it goes. It's interesting, if nothing else. Putting on a little bit of cobalt blue and yellow ochre and alizarin crimson. Yeah, that's not gonna work for me. So let's just go back to my old standby knife here. A little smaller with a pointier tip. I guess it's a bit of a cop-out because I'm actually more used to operating this knife as well. Okay. I'll just have to make a conscious effort to make my strokes fairly broad. That's a little too light for what I'm after. Maybe I'll include a little bit of ultramarine blue in with that. Vary the blues. As long as we keep some variety in here. That's really what it's all about. Let's see, I guess I should decide. Yeah, I don't want this one to be too, I don't want this trunk to be too thick. In my sketch so far, they're all pretty similar in thickness, so I have to, this one will be thicker, this one will be a little thinner. That's too light. Painting with a knife is a great thing to do if you're an impatient guy like me, because you, or an impatient person like me, because you just cover ground more quickly. And your potential for mistakes is much larger. That's alright, I can live with it. Get some little shots of just straight cobalt blue and white in there. Get some high chroma going here and there. I got rid of my intense blue on here because I referred back to the painting that I'd done before, and this was really very purple, not so blue. So I'd like to keep the same nature of the, or keep the colors in the same vein as the original one. Seeing as that is a request, then I should certainly try to abide by that. To a degree anyway. Try to keep it close. And I'm not going to cut hard against my edges now. Now I'm just going to paint in without worrying about getting too fussy about cutting in hard lines around my wash-in. What I'm going to do though is when I have an area painted, I will take the knife, and I've shown you this before. I'm just going to scrape off very lightly where the background meets the tree. So the color more or less stays the same, and I won't end up with a ridge where one meets the other. Because there's a large painting, obviously I'm not going to do it in one sitting. And these paints, even though they're oils, certain colors will be dry enough to have a skin on them even by tomorrow. So by doing what I'm doing here, it kind of removes the issue of ending up with a ridge and then having to meet it perfectly on the other side. That again is in the interest of trying to keep the whole process a little bit loose. Okay, you know, I think I'm gonna call it at that for right now. You can see where my background is heading. You know, just all sorts of colors in there. I have some burnt sienna, raw umber, and ultramarine blue in these browner mixes. I added a little more yellow ochre in some of the to that, and you know, to vary a little bit. Coming up into the upper branches here, this is all going to be some yellow ochre and raw umber to keep it toned down. Again, I don't want, you know, high value, high chroma colors here or here. you know, anywhere on the periphery, I really want to focus them in this area. Well, this area, I guess. Anyway, there's a start of actually getting some paint, some actual paint on the canvas. I might do a little more today, but as I said, over Christmas, I'm going to be one lazy painter. Talk to you soon.